From bro facts to talking smack,
Food sucked. No disrespect. And that's why I didn't make it.
sports news to drinking brews.
You are the torpedo speedo, bud.
Yeah, and then you guys wonder why I yell at referees and shit.
Join us for another episode of Da Beer League Boys. What's up, boys and babes? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Beer League Boys podcast. As I said in the post, join us at the circus because I'm here with the clowns, and this is a very special episode. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Playoff time, baby. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs have begun, and we're going to dive into those here in just a little bit. But before we do, let me send it over to the gentleman that I call my co-hosts, the guy who is rocking the sweater of one of the most overrated players in the league, Mr. Joshy Blue Eyes himself, in that horrible-looking Austin Matthews tarp there, buddy.
How is he overrated? He has 41 tucks. He's leading the league in goals. How is that overrated? Huh?
What's a tuck? Is that a goal?
A goal.
Okay. I was just wondering. You know me over here.
I can't hear anything for the record.
Now we can hear you now.
4. It's okay, Josh.
Hey. Can you guys hear me now?
You too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
righty. Well, let's throw a
We
big
had no
shout out to
problem.
shout out to our AV over there, Slate AV, killing the game. Also killing my momentum. So as I said before, the guy wearing the dustiest tarp on the whole squad here. What's up, Juice Man Josh O'Neill? Did you say stuff while I couldn't
Yeah.
hear you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said, how
Repeat
is he
yourself.
overrated? He has 41 tucks. He's leading the league in goals.
Yeah.
How is that overrated?
Yeah, he'll get crushed if he actually, has to go up against somebody. He's leading it in the Canadian League this year, which has been pretty much an abortion of the entire league, the Canadian division. It's been a fucking joke.
Doesn't
you
he
got
play
your-
for the Lightning?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why McDavid got 100 points.
Okay, so you had two players in a dusty conference, in a conference playing against a bunch of junior college players, basically, and they scored all those goals. Yeah, fantastic, dude. They did real great without having to play any of the big boys this year. Yeah, did a great job.
I'm supporting the network with my Maple Leafs jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I think you're just
they do support us a lot.
I think you're a maple syrup liquor is what you are. Like if they call somebody, they call like people like a name that says liquor in it, you're a maple syrup liquor. That's what you are, bro.
Like a lint liquor?
Instead of the candle wax,
Sure.
when she calls
Yeah,
him daddy, he
you-
uses the fucking no sugar added syrup.
Ooh, daddy. Ooh, daddy.
Where is your
Alright.
your sugar mama? She's usually on by now.
Yeah, where is your maple syrup mama?
Fucking text
she
her.
is
She's
usually
probably
on.
making a video.
We'll have to
She's making a
have to see
video
where
right
she's
now.
at. Well,
She's tan.
the gentleman you see rocking that sick Boston themed tarp over there, the Dropkick Murphys one, is none other
Yeah,
than C Breezy 727, Mr. Christopher Chowder Brown. What's up, dog?
What up? Yeah, I was gonna rock the Chara jersey, but my son is sleeping. It's in the closet, so I found this. I don't know. Do I retire it, or do I get a Capitals jersey? How does that work?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Are you a Chara fan solely, or are you a Bruins fan? You still cheer for Chara even though he's with Washington?
Well, tonight, unfortunately, no.
Ah, well, the rest of this
this
series, then, yeah, you don't get a Chara jersey then.
But see, like I like Ovi too, and I like a lot of the Capitals players, but I like a lot of the Bruins players. But
Well, then this
It is
doesn't
what
sound
it
like a very hard
is.
decision. Sounds like you already made the decision for yourself, Chris. Why are you asking us
Yeah, bud.
advice? This is like talking. This
Yeah,
is like
bud.
talking to one of my to the female that is in this house with me. It's like talking to my fiance.
That's why I'm here.
You sound like you already made your decision.
You guys are
Why are you
married.
asking us?
I have to like
You're right.
support the crew. I have to support the people like me, just undecided.
All right. Undecided. Yeah. On the fence is what they call that. Still trying to figure it out.
Like Humpty Dumpty.
Well, let's do our usual here. Cheers, boys, so we can see what kind of
Cheers.
fruit booty type beverage
Claw
Josh
Daddy,
is
baby.
drinking on tonight. Cheers.
Claw
I'm
Daddies,
drinking
baby.
I'm drinking a delicious Sweetwater 420. Everybody knows it. Sweetwater 420 EPA. 5.7% alcohol from Sweetwater Brewing in Atlanta, Georgia. Don't float the main stream. There we go. Oh,
Those
there
are
we
good.
go. Oh, there we go. What are
They
you
make
sipping
that
on there,
420.
Chowda?
Some tequila. Hey, no beer today.
I saw you pour something in there. Was that tequila you were pouring in it, or what? What's the mix there? Are you having a
Yeah, it wasn't
Marge?
strong enough.
Are you having a large Marge?
Yeah, look at this shot glass, Toronto. Eh? Came from our friends from Toronto.
Is that a Timmy Hortons?
No, it's just a shot glass from Toronto.
Oh, there you go.
My mother-in-law got it for me.
I thought it was a little Timmy Hortons cup. I was like, that's pretty cool. I like me some Timmys.
That'd be cool, Tim Hortons. Yeah, I remember them.
Do you remember?
Do
you remember like episode 3 it was or something? Chris was drinking tequila and he, halfway through you could just tell he was so fucking blitzed. It was great.
Oh yeah.
I hope
Didn't
that
he get,
happens again tonight.
He got like super angry about something.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, it must
the delay.
be
What?
tequila.
No, was it the delay episode where you thought there was like this big delay?
Oh, probably. What up to Johnny Mac over on the chat? Johnny Mac, I had the privilege of coming out and playing some goalie the other morning for a Clamor skate. That was Wednesday morning, though. He said hottest Friday morning goalie, except I wasn't there Friday, so that must have meant the goalies were really good on Friday then. So
what's for sale today?
What's for sale today, Johnny Mac? Speaking of what's for sale, I know I'll tell you who was out there was our buddy Shonuff Schultz was out there playing some hockey, and he's actually pretty good. I don't know if he's better at making pies or playing hockey, but I tell you what, from what I gather, he's pretty damn good at both of them. So yeah, Schultz was out there. So shout out to the boys over there at Clamors and Rich. Thanks for having me out, and I was glad that I could fill in, play a little bit of goalie. Haven't done that in a while. So what are you sipping on there, Joshy Blue Eyes?
Got me a Claw Daddy, baby. Going a little
creeping and crawling with the Claw Daddies.
Yeah. Going a little wristy tonight, so put my wristy top
That suits you.
Sure.
Well, I mean, do you get the Claw because like you think that's what you have to drink? Because Matt and I have tried a bunch of them, and I think the Bon Vive ones are the best.
I honestly, I think the White Claws are the best seltzers. I don't know if it's because they're the first ones, but I think they taste the best. But no, I wanted to go with White Claws tonight because I drank last night and I did not want more beer tonight, so going with the seltz.
True.
Kona Brewing makes that pretty good seltzy. So check those out. I had those a few weeks back. They got some pretty good flavors, like passion fruit orange or some shit, and star fruit guava or some shit. They were actually pretty good. But you know me, I like to throw my lemonade on top of them. So.
Three Daughters makes a good one. They have it on draft too, so it's even better.
Three Daughters has a seltzer?
Yeah, boy.
Sick.
I think they've had them for a while. They sell them outside. They're in the outside.
You'll have to find out, Josh, when you come down here for vacation. A wink, wink.
Or when I come back from vacation.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Joshy Blue Eyes was on about a 2-month vacation out in Washington, and it appears we may be reacquiring him. He wasn't happy with the deal that he got with the team out there, so we went ahead, and I think the St. Pete Golden Knights are going to reacquire old Joshy Blue Eyes. We're working on the contract right now. So
yeah, they got me a little knockoff Kraken jersey from Germany in my stall, so I wasn't too happy. So I said, "Fuck this team, I'm out."
yeah. Yep. So we might be reacquiring him back to the Knights. We're happy. We're dealing with our front office is dealing with his agent right now, so we'll see. But yeah, man, delicious beverages as usual. That's what Beer League Boys are about. And wanted to say shout out to Grand Central Brewing. I was out there last night. Didn't get to see our boy Tyler, but I got to see Mark. I'll put up a video on our social medias. We did a quick little shout out video to GCB down there, was hanging out, having some beers, and did a full on tour of the facility and got to see the upstairs bar and all that. And what a great spot, man. So we don't just, sorry, I'm distracted. I'm half watching the game over here. Ooh, he did not miss by much. Yeah, not just a spot that we throw the name out there and say, hey, check it out. It's actually a spot we frequent. So I know Chris has been down there a few times. I've gone down there now. We were actually hanging out next door, a Hatchet Hangout, throwing some axes. And
I've been
popped
there
over to
times.
Grand Central. Oh, all right. Joshy's been there as well. So, but yeah, so good times last night. Shout out to Mark down there at GCB for hanging out and giving us a tour, man. So on a little more upbeat note, a little more, I guess a little more flavorful and fruity note. Let's send it over to the Juice Man Josh O'Neill for Juice Man Squeeze of the Week.
Oh, boys.
Here we go.
Now, I mean, you guys gotta chime in on this. So,
Oh, geez.
me and my buddy, every time we go out, we always pick a topic, right? And just something really fucking weird. So this last time we went out, we were talking, and we got to talking about, is it a little risky that you beat your meat, or like Chris likes to say, jerk off, because you're getting pleasure. You're getting pleasure of having a penis in your hand. And some people are saying, well, it's your own penis. Well, sure, but it's still a penis. So is it a little risky that men beat their meat? Does it make you a little risky? Is what I should say.
I mean, yerking the old penis, yerking the old Pen 15. I mean, do you remember being younger? Obviously, like high school age, and first starting to fool around with girls, whatnot, and a girl would try to give you an HJ, and you're just like,
Sure.
I mean, you're like, come on, there's nobody that knows this thing the way I do. So, just get off it. You get your hand off there. Like it was a joke. You just not getting that part of the joke. Chris, you're a little behind, man. Tequila's got you slow, buddy. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, no, yeah, I don't think punching the clown is in any way risky. I think that you gotta take care of business sometimes. You gotta clear the pipes. I mean, I'm a very firm believer in the old, pregame slap session. I think it's usually pregame, come home, take a nap, go ahead and grease the wheels, and then take a shower and head out to the game. So no, I'm a firm believer in self pleasure. So
I mean, I am too, but it's like, what's the difference of between like having your penis in your hand and someone else's penis in your hand? Like, they're both penises. You know what I'm saying?
Who it's
So it's
connected
like,
to. That's the difference. Who it's connected to.
I mean, this is such a I've like went over this with so many like people at work too. So it's like this one dude comes up to me like every day and he comes up with a different scenario. It's fucking hilarious. What do you think, Chris?
I don't think it's gay at all.
Well, Chris is married, so I
Wristy.
mean,
Sorry.
he
wristy, bud.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's wristful at all.
Chris is married,
So-
so I mean, he has to do that quite often. I imagine.
But I'm glad that that's what you think about probably more often when you're at bar 598 or whatever it's called. Right?
Oh my god,
That's in St. Pete, bud.
He's still holding on to that, huh?
But it's still that type of bar. Anyways, while we were talking about it, I looked up like the top 10, and they're pretty funny.
Ooh,
actually.
All right, well, let's start with 10. Let's start with 10 and go to 1. The top 10 names for slapping the salami.
It's the top 50, but
we don't have time for that. Let's keep it as quick as my.
Right.
Let's keep it as quick as my JO sessions.
All right.
Nice and quick.
It's pretty good. Ready? So number 10, celebrating Palm Sunday. That's a good one. Number 9, boxing, the one-eyed champ. These are good, dude. I've never heard these. 8 is Lone Rangering.
Okay.
7 would be petting the cat, which I don't know.
Petting
that
the
one's
cat.
a little.
I think
Isn't that like
that's.
a
I think
pussy?
that's more.
guys.
I think that's female. Yeah, I don't think that's male.
Well, masturbating, but we gotta have everybody.
Okay.
There's maybe one girl listening to the show. Polishing the banister comes in at number 6.
Polishing the banister.
Number 5 is another one Josh did mention. Double clicking.
Double clicking the mouse.
Number 4.
That's a female one.
Yeah. Number 4, marching the penguin. I've never heard that one.
That's perfect for Pittsburgh.
I don't understand marching the penguin. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Maybe because it's like a big event, like the marching of the penguins.
Maybe because
don't they march? Don't they like move around?
Because penguins are like this.
Yeah, but you don't march your cock.
That's I don't. Maybe it's okay.
Maybe because it's like
so that's
standing up straight.
So your list sucks. Go ahead, Chris.
That's not my list. And then 3 is manual override. That's weird. That's stupid.
Yeah, this list
I
is
like that better
than
I like that better than marching the penguin.
No, marching. I thought marching the penguin was fun. But anyways, number 2.
This list has gotten worse as it's gone along.
For real, shaking hands with the milkman.
Okay,
that's a good one.
All right, yeah, that's not bad.
And then
go home and not shake hands with the milkman. What was it?
Poaching number 1. Drum roll.
Poaching the egg.
Poaching the egg. Okay, those suck.
Finding Nemo.
My sister-in-law said, "Of course, you guys would be talking about this the first time I listened."
Making waffles.
Well, this segment was brought up. For the record, this segment was brought up by Josh, not me, Mandy. So sorry.
Hey, it's me.
We used to always call it going on a date with Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Paddling the pink
or
canoe.
Jill.
Jill. Yeah. Jill. That's a common one. Yep. Not bad. All right. Well, yeah. So you guys can weigh in. Is it is self-pleasure in any way homosexual? Is it a bit homosexual to be sitting there with your own tallywhacker in your hand? I don't think so, but burping the worm. There you go, Chris. That's perfect. Just keep throwing in the good ones in the chat in there. Chris will continue to do that through the episode. He'll throw out some of the best self-pleasure terms we can think of or we can find on that terrible list. But yeah, so no, we'll have to have the fans weigh in. So you're going, it's on the fence. So it's so it's 1 foot out of the closet. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm saying that list. The list was like a 50% list.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was half wristy. But I mean, I take your opinion on it.
Wristy.
From a guy wearing an Austin Matthews jersey, I mean, you would know. So absolutely makes sense.
But at least people know who this is. league-wide. What is that jersey you have on?
Now, take it easy. You're only saying that because I told you. You're using
I don't even remember.
You're using off-air information on air, okay? You son of a bitch.
I don't even remember the name on the back of the jersey.
This is a longtime journeyman in the NHL, Mr. Shane O'Brien. All right. It just happens to be when he played with Tampa, and it happens to be signed on the back. So get off my nuts, boy. Yeah. So shifting away from shifting away from Josh's topics of self-pleasure and homosexuality, which, that's right up his alley. We go to a new segment that we started not too long ago, and we're just kind of getting into the swing of things here. It's a segment we like to call Catch These Hands. This is where we have a topic. We put it up for debate. We go back and forth. We're chucking knucks. And if you ain't careful, you're going to catch these hands. This week's Catch These Hands topic was brought to us by Josh. It seems like he's running this episode this week. You're killing it, man. Yours was the best topic. So
I think Chris worded it better.
Okay. Well, do you want to kind of tell us what we're talking about here and why you brought it up? Not necessarily who, but why you brought it up.
It's funny because I think I seen like a Facebook post about it, but and I'm sure it happens to everybody. I hope it just doesn't happen to me. But when you're talking to a chick, right, and you guys get all flirty for maybe like a couple days or so, and then the chick just goes silent, and it's like, what's the point? I don't know. And then I think Chris had worded it like, would you rather, what was it, Chris? Would you rather have someone be super clingy or talk to you and flirt with you for a minute and like ghost you and then what? I don't know. Am I wording this right? And then come back?
So this week's topic was clinger girls versus ghost girls. Which one would you prefer to have? Which one's kind of more annoying? Which one, I guess, in Josh's situation is more heartbreaking? Is just playing on your heartstrings because he's a very sensitive, emotional guy. And he's in touch with his emotions. So we just gotta. So just remember that, ladies. If you're talking to Josh, you're dealing with Josh. Just protect his little heart, okay? And just don't do him wrong. Don't ghost him. But yeah, cleaner girls versus ghost girls. Me personally, I don't know. That's tough, man. Because sometimes the clinger girl can kind of feel like, oh wow, she really cares. She's constantly messaging me, But then you're out with the boys, and then it's 5-6 text messages. You didn't see your phone or something. And the next thing you know, she's basically damning you to hell, and she's calling your mom names, and then you're like, oh, I was sorry, my phone, I was out on the boat, my phone was in the in dry storage, and she's like, you didn't tell me, and now I just burnt all of your belongings and I slashed your tires, because it can get crazy out there, and I've dealt with it in that sort of capacity. Crazy clinger girls. Or do you want to deal with a ghost girl? Do you want to deal with someone who maybe she's doing the same thing? She's just kind of living her life, and if you guys aren't engaged or married or anything like that, then it's kind of young, fun, do your thing, and So I personally, I think I'd have to go with the ghost girl. I'll take a ghost girl over a clinger girl. Clinger girls can get to be a little crazy, and yeah, not my cup of tea. Chris Brown, I'm sure you've got an opinion.
Turn your mic up.
What's wrong with your microphone, buddy? Sounds like your microphone went ghost.
It did, right? It's the tequila.
It was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
No, what I was saying is that I dealt with this a lot in high school, I think, and that's how I figured out what I like and what I don't like. And there's always the chick that like you're hitting up, you talk to her, and then all of a sudden you fucking come home from work. You've been waiting for a call all day. She calls you, you take a shot, and you're in the shower, right? And then you try to call her back, no answer for like 3 days. I fucking hated that shit. I really did. I didn't enjoy that. And they're like, what? I was just, over here doing my thing. And it's like, I don't want a clinger chick. I think it just comes down to like communication, right? Like, sure, you're going on the boat all day. Don't expect me to answer the phone. So we're on the fucking boat. But, yeah, I guess not ghost, but not like in the middle. I'm in the middle. We got to communicate, but
you don't get to be in the middle. You have to choose. What do you mean? This is catch these hands.
That is my choice.
It's one or the other, man.
But
there is no middle ground here. You gotta
right. Like Josh said, it depends. Like, because like Matt is a ghost, right? Like we have all agreed that Matt is a ghost. So it's the same shit. And I mean, I'm on my phone 24/7. I'll admit it. Not when I'm around the kids or with the wife, but at work, I'm on my phone all the time. Well, not at work. I'm not on my phone all the time at work. But I definitely I'm the type of person that definitely responds right away, and I probably expect a response in a decent amount of time. But I just remember getting burned a lot back in high school, where you're like,
"Yikes!" I feel like this is directed at somebody.
I'm the same exact way. I'm the same way. Like I respond immediately, or like within like a few minutes, because I feel like that's a respectful thing to do, especially when that someone is by their phone constantly.
God, is this an intervention?
Or like you see him on Facebook.
Are we having an intervention here, guys? Holy shit, man! Wow.
No, I mean. I'm like Josh. I'm more like Josh, and I totally understand it. Because there was times, specific moments that I remember. I would like be working all day long, where you couldn't have your phone in construction and all that, and you like hit up the chick and you're talking, and then all of a sudden there's no talking, and they're like, "Hey, I'll call you," and you jump in the shower, miss the call, and you call right back like 5 fucking minutes later. And there's no response for like the whole weekend, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, I was just
so
busy."
So is it one of two things? Is it that we as guys we're a bunch of typically like maybe we assume, or we're we're a little insecure. We're like, "Oh, if she's not answering me, that means she must be with somebody else. She's off doing some shit. She's off, double clicking the mouse or something." Marching the Penguin. or is it that the chicks they got a lot of options, and so they're kind of like, "Oh, hey, if he didn't answer, then I'll just I'll get back with somebody who did answer." Is that how it goes? Is that?
I think it depends on the time length.
We'll never know.
So if you write a girl,
you mean the fucking length of time? What are you fucking Yoda?
No,
Why are you speaking backwards, dude? The time length it depends upon.
If you write a girl, right, and she responds within, let's say, she takes an hour to respond, she's probably got something going on. But if she texts you back like 5 hours later, she was ignoring you for sure, 1000%.
Right. I agree. I think nowadays,
or she was on a date with somebody else.
or she's fucking somebody else. But I think nowadays, and you can agree or disagree, but I think 5 hours is like, that's fucking ridiculous. Even if you are like dating for the first time. Because most people, not all,
have their phones.
Because there's still people like Matt that like don't answer their phone. Like for me, I think I probably suffer from whatever that cell phone disease is, where you're always looking at your phone. And if you don't have your phone for like fucking an hour, I don't even. I mean, when's the last time you've been without your phone for an hour, Josh? Like, but besides, like for me, like I go in the lab and I can't have my phone. Like I can't. We're on camera and all this other shit. It's fucking hard. I will admit, like it's a real thing. Back in the day in high school, we didn't have Facebook to like see if someone's on Facebook. Well, you're trying to get a hold of them, so it's different. But I agree with you. I think 5 hours.
I left my phone. I left my phone in Andrea's car last night, and she left early this morning. And when I got up, I was looking all around the house for my phone. I was like, "Oh my god, I don't have my phone. I didn't have a laptop here. I didn't have anything. I had no way to connect to the outside world. No way to get a hold of anyone at all." And I was like, "Oh my god, I am literally in a prison right now." Like I'm locked in a prison because a prison, not a prism, in case you guys were wondering, you know. I'm locked in a multi-sided, three-sided splitter of light.
They won't let me out.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was a moment of just like, wow, I guess I'm just gonna sit here, and yeah, it was wild.
It's so fucking weird.
It's
sit there, get wristy, and beat the meat button. That's all you had to do.
But how can you do that if you don't have your phone?
It's or a laptop. You gotta have it. You don't have a spank bank?
I do, but that's kind of lame.
You don't have a mental spank bank, bro? You can't. You got no imagination. You can't close your eyes.
What's the movie where he's like, "I'm taking a picture"?
Hall pass.
Is it Hall pass?
Yeah.
Hall pass. The Starbucks check.
Taking a picture.
He's like,
it's tough. It's
all right.
Tough,
well, so
I
think what Klinger Girls takes it. Klinger Girls wins the debate here. Then.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really give.
I didn't want to admit it, but I guess so.
Well, go for it, Josh. What do you?
I think so. I think mine depends on like if you're in a relationship with the person or not. So I had this chick that I was kind of talking to, and the reason I stopped talking to her is because she got like, we haven't even met yet. So she lived up here before I moved up here, and we were just talking and everything, and no, not at all.
Oh,
that's like she was like getting.
Oh, that's fucked. Oh, that's fucked up.
No. No. Anyways, so.
Okay.
But she was getting clingy, and I'm like, I haven't even met you yet, so this is like a fucking huge red flag for me. And because I've had exes like that, and I'm just like, nah, like I haven't even met you yet, and I'm not dealing with that. But then like, on the other hand, if it's a chick, like we're not dating, and she ghosts a little bit, I mean, cool, yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun to to give each other space. So if I'm in a relationship, sure, like I don't mind you hitting up my phone, because if you're blowing up my phone like a psycho woman, and when I finally see that, I'm just be like, what is wrong with you? Like, calm down, relax. So I guess for me, it depends if I'm in a relationship or not.
I say that pretty often. Don't worry. Like, why did you like? Oh my God, you called me 7 times. I'm doing work. I have hands in a water bucket, or I'm running a jackhammer, and that's code as well. That's code as well. I was running the one-man jackhammer. Risky business for sure. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's a mix of. But I tell you what, I'd rather have a ghost girl than a clinger girl. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no clingers. No clingers.
No clingers. That's for sure.
What, Chris?
But yeah.
What, Chris?
Did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I was raising my hand.
Go ahead.
No, what Josh said, it's weird, right? Like, I guess I didn't have any red flags. So somebody like blew me up. I was like, hell yeah, let's talk. And I have like 3 or 4 people blowing me up all the time. And then, so maybe that's what fucked me up. Because I wasn't like, oh, you're crazy because you text me all the time. But I mean, even now, I wouldn't say I'm married now. I don't think Deneen is a clinger, but we fucking text, I mean, all night and all day. If I'm not
That's
if I'm not
different, you're
around,
white.
obviously. But still, there's probably. I'm sure there's other wives that don't text all day.
I don't
But
text a lot
I'm
of
not
people
mad
back.
about it.
I don't text a lot of people back. It's just I don't, you know,
That's
I'm
what I'm saying,
honestly
that's
more
you.
of a
That's-
fan.
that's you.
I'm more of a fan of a phone call. I'd rather be on a phone. I'd rather jump on a phone call. Like don't text me. You know,
You're
I
just
mean,
a
unless it's
hippie.
just something. All right, sure, I guess. I have a house phone. You know that? I have a fucking house phone.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, you're
I
older
mean, I
than
have
me.
a house. Well, I have a house phone line. I don't have a house phone. I'm about to go buy one because being stuck today in my prison of no communication, I realized
You're
I
like,
should at least
"Fuck
have a
that."
house phone. I was like, I
Please give
have
me
a
the
phone
number, 'cause
line.
I'm gonna
I'm
call that
buying a
motherfucker all the
fucking
time.
phone. Yeah.
You could have
Hell
No,
yeah,
called
it's fine.
911, bud.
I couldn't have. You're right.
Give me the
There was
fucking
nothing I
number.
could have done. I could have stumbled my way to a neighbor's house and you know, asked them to use their phone or something. But it was we went out last night, like I said, Grand Central Brewing, and we some of you guys will know Josh McFarland. It was his last night in town, so we had a bunch of the old boys from high school got together, and we threw a few back. So needless to say, usually my phone would not have ended up in the car. It would have stayed in my pocket, but apparently it didn't stay in my pocket. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna go Ghost Girl still.
Yeah, I'll
And
have
that
to go with
concludes,
Ghost Girl too.
That
guess we're a
concludes
clinger, Josh.
catching these hands. No, he said he can go Ghost Girl. That's 2 votes Ghost Girl, 1 vote Clinger. The Ghost Girls have the take the cake on that one.
No, you need someone to
Hell
text.
yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Ghost Girls. It's something strange. She ain't texting back. Don't try to call her. Ghost Girl.
Why do I look so
All right,
little?
Because you're sitting on the locker room floor, dude.
Yeah, you're sitting on the floor.
Awesome. Very good work from
What kind
our
of chair are you
AV
even
team
on?
over there. Slate AV, Austin Delgado, Slate AV. Hit them up for all your AV needs. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about in open discussion. And then we're gonna get to some playoff. We're gonna get to some playoff picks, man. So what's up? What's up, Captain Starship?
Funny how
we're talking
we don't ask
hockey.
him to be on the show.
Yeah,
we always do
I know.
that. We gotta get it right. I was gonna
well,
say,
he's
funny how
working.
we always, the days we don't ask Chris to come on, he's always on the fucking chat room.
Yeah,
Tweet
I don't know
us
if
right
he
now.
might
send him a fucking
he
link.
might still be working. I'm not sure.
Get him
was
from the
flying today,
cockpit.
so he legit
Get
he
him from
could
the
be in the
cockpit.
cockpit of a plane. Yeah,
Isn't he always in the
Yeah, that's-
cockpit?
yeah.
In the
Well,
pit
I
of the
think that's
cock?
another. I think that's another term. You know, breaking into the cockpit. That's another term for a little self pleasure, right?
Don't say bomb on the plane.
Bomb, 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 bomb,
Bomb, bomb,
bomb.
bomb,
Sex,
bomb, 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 bomb.
sex bomb.
a
Yeah.
bombardier.
So talking hockey. Obviously, we'll start off with Tampa Bay Lightning. Captain Longballs. We'll start off with the Tampa Bay Lightning. How
Why do we
about
gotta
it,
start
boys?
off with
Anybody?
Tampa Bay Lightning?
Because that's the top of my list, and I'm the one that made the list. So, did you guys see the last couple games for the Lightning, man? Playing against Florida, who they're going to be playing starting
Their ass
7:30 on Sunday. It's going to be the first round of the playoffs. Tampa versus Florida. Obviously, we had some players out for that last game where they got just absolutely shellacked. Vazzy gave up 4 goals. I mean, they were pretty much playing the Syracuse crunch. Let's be honest. They weren't. Oh, that's the video we were supposed to bring up that I didn't send over, but that's okay. Yeah, they got shellacked, man. Did you guys see that game? Happy to see how.
No, I was at
No.
work.
No.
I was at work too.
Well, yeah. Well,
Tell us all about it.
Now Chris Brown has the NHL app, so he can finally start listening to the games when he has the time. That's pretty cool. Congratulations. Welcome to 2021, Chris. I should say welcome to 2010 because I think it's been around for that long.
Well, my cable's only $15.
Fuck you. Yes, I overspend,
So
but that's also why I have a phone line.
Mine doesn't come with a phone line. They got you.
There you go. There you go.
Overtime.
Well, that's why mine's
That's all right.
that's why mine's so cheap. Mine's so cheap because it has a phone line. That's why.
That's because
damn,
Dan
did my
lives next
TV
to you.
just shut off?
Oh,
My
your
TV
TV
just
shut
shut
off. I think
Yeah,
Josh and I
because,
still have service.
Well, no, it
Yeah,
shut off because
Yeah,
it
bud.
shut off because of inactivity. Because I haven't changed the
got that
channel in
Pappy
2
smoke.
hours.
We got that.
All right,
Pappy
we're in
smoke, bud.
overtime, right?
Yep,
What do they call it?
going to OT,
Overtime.
boys. That's what they call it. Going into extra innings, as some would say. Chris Gregory said he's in the living room watching Boston hopefully lose. We'll see about that. And we'll get to some information. We'll make our picks here in just a little bit. But yeah, Lightning just kind of disappointing finish to the season, man. Hopefully they can rebound. They played like shit those last couple games. I mean, the last game there was quite a few guys out. But we're getting Stamkos back, Kucherov back. We don't know about Barclay Goodrow yet. But obviously Hedman, he was out. Braden Point kind of had a incident at practice that everybody was saying had nothing to do with an injury. So hopefully there's nothing wrong with him. But yeah, currently we're set to bring everybody back. So hopefully game 1 over here on Sunday is a whole different Tampa Bay team that comes out on the ice because they played like shiz nizzle. What about your boys over there, Joshy? Pittsburgh's be going up against New York Islanders. What are we thinking?
New
You
York
think
Islanders, baby.
think Crosby and the boys are gonna put a hurting on them this year? You think they're gonna make a deep run? What are we thinking here?
I mean, I sure hope so. We picked up Jeff Carter, and he's been on a fucking tear. He had 14 points in 9 games going down the stretch. So he's been pretty solid for us. So I'm hoping
Carter
man.
coming over from L.A. Coming over from the Kings.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great addition, man. A lot of really good additions. A lot of really good additions at the trade deadline for several teams. Obviously, we picked up Savard. Tampa picked up Savard, which is pretty good. It's a nice, big defenseman. So excited about that.
Has he played?
Savard?
Yet? Has he played? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I haven't.
yeah.
I honestly haven't watched much hockey lately. I've been so busy.
Yeah. I think he got. I don't know. He was out for a short bit. I think he was out for a game, maybe 2, something like that. But I think he got like 10, 12 games under his belt before playoffs with us. So looked like he was starting to get in the groove. I don't have the pairings coming up. I don't know, whoever it is on the Lightning fan page on Facebook, he put out what the potential pairings were. So we'll take a look at that. But yeah, man.
Who's with Hedman?
Obviously your Bruins. Who's with Hedman? I don't know, because I think I don't know. I'd have to look at who he was paired with. I don't have that up in front of me. But yeah, obviously your Bruins, Chris, they're playing right now. That's the kickoff to the NHL playoffs, which is the most wonderful time of the year, as our episode is titled, because in my opinion, this is better than Christmas. This is better than I don't know, maybe better than Valentine's Day. It just depends. It depends on whether I have to slap the old stick and pucks around myself on Valentine's, or whether it's a good Valentine's. Then but yeah, this is the most wonderful time of year. What do you think? You think they're going to pull it out tonight, Chris?
I think so. I mean, I think with them getting what's that kid's name? Taylor Hall on the second line.
Yeah.
So that gives you two good lines. I mean,
really,
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Really, it pretty much gives them 4 high NHL caliber lines. I mean, they've got 4 pretty damn good lines going through the Bruins right now. So we'll talk about it more when we make our picks. But yeah, they look pretty good, man. Zdeno Chara having to go up against his old team. That's a pretty awesome, event. They still showed a lot of love for him. Obviously, they did a thing before the game, just on network. It wasn't obviously in the arena because they're playing in Washington. But just the guys talking about him being gone and how much of an impact he was and how much they learned from him and all that kind of stuff. So Big Z having to go up against his old team in the first round of the playoffs is pretty badass. It's fun to watch. There's a lot of really great matchups like that, they're going to be happening this off season or this playoff run. So pretty cool to watch, man. Best time of the year. A lot of history being made. So speaking of history, Tampa Bay Lightning made history recently that last game of the regular season with the first all-black forward line to ever be assembled. Jamel Smith, Daniel Walcott, Matthew Joseph, all three starting the game out as a line together. We talked about it in the teaser the other day, and I know, Chris, you were mentioning, what's the show you're watching now? Harlem or the Harlem Globetrotters? The Harlem Shake?
The Godfather of Harlem. It's pretty good. It's with the guy with the lazy eye, the black dude with the lazy eye that looks like me with his lazy eye. What is his name? Come on. I'm gonna tell you.
I can picture him.
Right
now. I can picture him.
It's really good.
Great actor. Great actor.
Forrest Whitaker.
Ah, there you go.
Oh.
Yep. Forrest Whit. Old Forrest Whit.
Boss
man. Nice.
He's
well, we talked about that. You had kind of said, what's the coincidence that, all three of those players and go through the process, go through the making the NHL, and then, they put them together. Was it kind of a publicity stunt, or was it, what was it? And Cooper touched on it. And again, another video we forgot to send over after our teaser.
That's all right.
He touched on it. He said all three of those guys are great players. They're deserving players, and they've earned their spot. This isn't it's not a stunt. It's not anything of that nature. It was three guys that, after all their time of hard work, of making it to the show, they all three got to play together in Syracuse, I believe. So, he put them together on a line. So no, I don't think it's a publicity stunt. I think and he talked about, hopefully it becomes more commonplace, and it's not just you get used to seeing it in the NHL. The NHL obviously is a very, Caucasian dominated sport, much in the way that the NBA is dominated by, blacks, African Americans, or whatever you want to say. It's a lot of it has to do with economic. A lot of it has to do with opportunity to play the game. Basketball is a real simple game to play. It's real simple equipment wise.
Harlem Shake.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead, Chris. I see you're going to say something. Talk on that for a second.
So, obviously, I don't think it's a publicity stunt like, back in the day, where I don't think we have a problem with it. I'll touch on the whole economic part of it. I think it does help the league. It does inspire kids to want to, more kids want to play hockey. The thing about it is hockey is expensive. So unfortunately, hockey for anybody, I mean, even for me growing up as a white person, it was fucking expensive. And I didn't get the opportunity to start playing until I could basically make my own money. So, just like my sport that I've talked about before, like racing dirt bikes, it's expensive, and especially down here in the South, there's not a lot of money that goes towards hockey. Up in Boston, they have your taxes that you pay to live there pay for municipal rinks. So at least that cost is down. But, a decent stick is $100. Skates are $100, and it's tough. And you got to buy all this equipment, and you grow every year. Just think about my kids, right? If they want to play hockey, their foot size grows every year, right? Skates are $100.
Well, at least his helmet size is not going to grow. You know what I mean? At least he's just
pretty
buy
big
him an adult helmet. Right? Buy him an adult helmet and he's good.
Dude, if you saw the pictures of him at the we went to the splash park, and I bought him a hat. I bought him a Rays hat, and because it's like my Boston hat, where it's like a nylon material, so it can kind of get wet and not deform. And they had him at I forget what store we're at, but his hat size right now as a almost 3-year-old is a 6.5. I think it is.
Holy shit! I think that's bigger than mine.
No, yours is at least a 7, dude. Come on.
No, I don't know if
it's
it is,
already.
Man.
No male adult
Unless
should be a
that's
6.5.
I don't know.
Mine's
man.
an 8.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
I think I was
All
like,
right. Well,
I was like 7 3/8.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
think I'm in
So
the
his
sevens.
is
I think I'm in the seven. I think I'm in the
his is-
sevens both. Hat size. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So his. But anyways, hockey's tough, man. So it is. How do you get a scholarship for hockey too when it's like there's hundreds of white kids that play hockey? And it's tough, and I feel for the people, and I get what you're saying about, like I said, economics behind it. It's fucking expensive, and especially again down here in Florida, we don't have the Play It Again Sports has no hockey gear. Just in our Pinellas County alone, we only have Second Time Sports that sells used gear. So it's fucking expensive, and it's like what, $20 an hour if you go to the shitty rink over here in Clearwater that charges you a shit ton of money because the owner's a douchebag.
Well, what's cool? Yeah, what's cool is obviously roller hockey is becoming a thing, which a lot of it has to do with access. Like a lot of places can't build. We're lucky to live where we live. A lot of places can't build an arena. You know what I mean? Especially like inner city, can't build an arena for a community complex. I mean, obviously, you get into some of these big cities and there's the NHL arena in the area, but you don't get to go play hockey there. So you can't develop the area for ice hockey. And yes, ice hockey is expensive because the arena itself is expensive. It's expensive to run an arena, especially if and when you don't run an arena properly and you skimp, then you get Clearwater, and TBSA. But yeah, so. But it's not, still it's not an easy thing to do, and so inner city you don't have that opportunity. You don't, but thank God a lot of teams are working with ball hockey and roller hockey and things of that nature. That's a little more inexpensive. It's the reason I didn't play hockey when I was real young, because we couldn't afford it. And the only roller that I did play, we played at a rink that was like, I don't know, 30 minutes from the house because it was up in North Carolina. So it's a trip, and whereas you can go play basketball or you can go play, even just football,
it's
all
cheaper.
that kind of stuff. It's much. Yeah. We always played hockey in the street as kids. That was an inexpensive way to do it. But yeah, it's not. So to see, and I don't know the upbringing and I don't know the background of any of these three players. I'm not, definitely not assuming or, basically saying that they came from rough neighborhoods or inner city or anything of that nature. I don't know, but for most people, it's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, Jamel Smith, Daniel Walcott, Matty Joe, to run through the ranks like that, and with it being a sport dominated by white people, I'm sure that they've faced criticism and racism, things like that. And so for them to power through and end up where they ended up, man, that's fucking impressive. And shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning for allowing that opportunity to happen, and making that opportunity happen. So go ahead, Josh. I see you.
Oh, it's Josh's turn? Yeah.
I don't know. I see him about to swallow that microphone.
For real, that someone's making comments on it.
Oh, wow. Our viewership just went up by 30 people as soon as you did that. Go figure.
It went up by 2. No, I think the call to publicity stunt is just fucking trash. Of course, the media would fucking say some stupid fucking shit like that and make it about race. I mean, let's be real. Most people are play hockey, whether you're white or black or whatever race you are. But
to clarify, I don't think the media called it a publicity stunt.
Well, who called it a publicity stunt? Oh, you?
We were
our co-host.
Oh.
we were just saying, was it something?
Well, I'm sure the media did. I'm sure the media was thinking that, but they
kind of said something. They said something along those lines, I guess, because they did ask John Cooper. Yeah. So yes, but I just I don't think they outright came out and. Yeah,
but
continue.
Okay.
But
anyways,
but wait. Okay, but go ahead.
But continue. But go ahead.
Yeah, but
no, but I do think that I do think it's good for the league. The more African American players coming up. I think it's good because a lot of the kids are going to see that and they're going to want to start to play hockey, and I think that's good for the league. So, because you didn't have many back in the day. I think when I was young, there was like one or two.
Boston. He was on Boston.
Representation.
I think that,
and I know Wayne Simmons. Well, Wayne Simmons, I know he likes to go to the neighborhood, or where did he play before in Philly? He used to like to go to the neighborhoods in Philly and get the kids going and playing hockey out in the streets and stuff like that. So I think if you have more people like that, it's going to grow. It's going to become more diverse, and I think that'd be very good for the league.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they should.
A whole nother group of talent that's not in the league right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely needs to happen. So, and thank God we have programs locally like Lightning Made, which is one of the ball hockey, roller hockey type groups that Tampa Bay Lightning work with to go ahead and get kids involved in hockey. And I mean, that's really the biggest thing. It's it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if white, black, Asian, Pacific American, whatever the race is, Native American. I mean, obviously Edmonton has Bear on their team. He's a great player. He's a Native American, and just doesn't matter. Just kids. It's just about getting kids involved, really. I mean, that's what's got to happen. You got to get more kids involved, and more kids being involved in a sport and having that type of activity keeps them pointed in the right direction. So, and it teaches more than just how to play a game. I mean, obviously that's why we still all play to this day. We enjoy the camaraderie. Right. We enjoy, the lesson that it teaches us, sportsmanship, and it's one of the only games that at the end of the game you still got to go shake hands at the end of the game. You can get in physical altercations with guys. You can be, wanting to fight somebody, and then at the end of the game you still got to man up and go shake their hand, and that teaches you a lot. So go ahead, Christopher.
Two things. I think you're right about all of that, and Josh, you too. My first thing is I think the parents need to kind of let up a little bit on some of this stuff with the kids that do play. The parents that try to live through their kids, that ruin the experience for their kids. If you're one of those parents out there that is just like fucking grinding out your kid to be the best they can because you're living through it. I read an article the other day about a kid who's already had surgery on his elbow because he threw like 120 pitches. He was 12 years old, threw 120 pitches or some shit like that and blew out his elbow. And he's already had surgery. So
had to have Tommy John at 12.
I was going to say, yeah, the Tommy John surgery at fucking 12 years old. So I think the parents, and I'm a parent, and I'm not going to do some of the things that my parents did and other parents, and I'm not going to live through my kids. Whatever they want to do, they can do, and if they're good at it, then I'll support them. Even if they're shitty at it, but they like to do it, I'll support them. But I'm not going to push any of my what I would like to do in my life on them. And then the second thing is, I understand that the Lightning are involved with the ball hockey and all this, and I understand that a lot of hockey players give to charity and they do all these things, and I'm sure they get write-offs and all that. And I'm sure there's people that hockey players or professional athletes that deep down do care. The football player that was buying turkeys during Thanksgiving and all that. What needs to happen is more of what, what's his name? One of the rappers down in Miami, what's his name? Mr. 305. What's his? It's not Sean Paul. Pitbull. He opened up not private schools. They're like community schools, whatever. You got to sign up, but it's all geared towards sports and kids that can't play sports. And he spent millions and millions of dollars towards these programs, like actual schools that he built down in Miami, started in Miami, that promote for poor kids to be able to play sports, right? And they get the best uniforms, they get all the great stuff. So I think what I'm getting at is more athletes that make this shit ton of money that they make. You're telling me that if every NHL player, because we're on the topic of hockey, donated $5,000 a year, let's just say $5,000. Every hockey player that made money that sat on the bench, like, maybe not $5,000 for I don't know what like the fourth line makes, right? or the third.
Not bad.
But if
I
you
promise you, they're making six figures most likely, at least.
All right, so
and I'm talking high six figures. They're making $800K a year most likely.
Right. But you're going to get a write-off, right? Like you're going to get a tax write-off for this, whatever.
And they probably donate a lot more money than but it's going to a lot of different things, and maybe
that's totally
and
cool,
maybe underprivileged kids isn't doesn't always happen, but I'm sure it does happen as well. But continue. Go ahead.
Sure, but there needs to be more of there needs to be like. And I get it. There's probably so much politics. Like, well, who do you pick, and who gets the gear, and this, that, and the other. But there's so much money that rolls around in professional sports. Like, take all the professional sports and all the salaries in professional sports, and we don't. They need to donate to more of the kids that can't afford to play, that want to play. And not just the kids that are really good. I remember the Junior Lightning used to be way better than it is. I don't know what it is now, but there is that stigma. Hockey is, you got to be really good to play and all this, but then the shitty kids probably get, they're like discouraged, right? I just think that professional athletes in general need to figure out a way to fund more sports for children, and whether it's qualifications on. Maybe it shouldn't be your parents' income. Maybe it should be like they sit down these kids and go, "Do you really want to play? We'll pay for a year or 2 years or whatever." And it's probably complicated. I'm sure it is. The logistics and infrastructure behind it would be very complicated. But there needs to be more money going to, more things. Like our rinks that are publicly owned in Clearwater. Like maybe the Lightning should take over those rinks. And afford the opportunity to more kids to play down here, because shit, in Florida it's super expensive to play hockey compared to even up north. So anyways, that's my rant.
And that's thankfully that's why we locally obviously we have the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we have why am I blanking on his name? Who's our owner? Jesus Christ. How dare I? No, that's
I forget, but I played
under
the Junior Lightning when what's his name, Esposito owned the Junior Lightning, and it wasn't really that expensive. I mean, I know I played and I don't have any money, but I got my hockey gear from up north, and it's way cheaper. And that's the other thing too. Like up north, the gear is cheaper because there's an abundance of it.
Thank you, Schultz. Jeff Vinnick is our owner locally. Sorry.
Schulte chimed in. Money, but
he spends a ton of money, and he's been great for the community. And he, like I said, they started that Lightning Made. Now, Lightning Made Foundation isn't just they go out to some of these different cities. They go out. They've also built some of these rinks, in different locations. They just put one in Pinellas Park that's going to be Lightning Made. All right, there's a challenge in the game. Where are you guys at? I don't want to go too far here, because you guys are behind me. What have you seen? Is Josh frozen? All righty, looks like he is, and looks like old Chrissy stepped away. All right, well, since neither one of you guys can hear me or talk, it looks like way good. It looks like Washington Capitals just won game one of the series. We have a good goal, and that's the game, boys and girls. Washington goes up 1-0 in the series, which is good because that lines up perfect with my predictions. Ha ha ha. All righty. Well, while these guys are both off, we can talk about some other hockey stuff. Patrick Marleau passed Gordie Howe back in April 19th of this year. Patrick Marleau passed Gordie Howe for most games played. Wow, that thing snuck right through. So the Boston Bruins lose game one of the series. Patrick Marleau passed Gordie Howe, and then before his last game, which was a couple nights ago, he received a very awesome gift from the Howe family. They gifted Patrick Marleau the last stick that Gordie Howe, I believe, scored with. I don't think it was used in his last game, but it was the last stick he used to score goals. I think he played with it through maybe the end of the season or whatever the case was. But yeah, they went ahead and gifted the stick to Patrick Marleau before the game. So what an awesome gift. The man himself, Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey, for that family to go ahead and do that was pretty legit. And Patrick Marleau may have played his last game. He is considering retiring. There's rumors of it. So currently he would go out as a total game played leader with 1,779 games played. Holy shit, dude. That is a hell of a career. I mean, there's guys getting, 1,000 game honors right now that have been around forever. Marleau to have played 1,779 in that many seasons. I mean, that means you're not missing a lot of games, So, oh boy, Joshy, good old Joshy. So did you see this, Chris? The Canadian division delayed the start of their playoffs, which this shit's ridiculous. So Vancouver and Calgary still have regular season games to finish in the Canadian division. Both Calgary and Vancouver are out of the playoffs. Neither one of them are playing in the playoffs. So they still went ahead and delayed the start of the Canadian playoffs. They won't start until, let's see, Montreal and Toronto is 7:30 on Thursday. And Winnipeg, Edmonton is 9 p.m. on Wednesday, of this coming week. So they delayed the start of theirs instead of starting, Sunday, Monday type deal like the rest of the league. They delayed it so that those two teams can go ahead and finish their seasons in games that really have no implications except for the draft lottery. Has nothing to do with the rest of the league, has nothing to do with the pairings or the playoff matchups, none of that. Canadian division said, we're going to go ahead and hold off. So how
good old Canadian.
How stupid. First of all, and all of our friends up at the Dean Blundell Network, I mean, how stupid that they're doing that. But frankly, the Canadian division is trash this year. I mean, sure, he's talking about Connor McDavid, he's talking about Austin Matthews, the goals they scored, all that. I mean, the teams just don't look very good. So we'll see how it goes up there when they actually get into interdivisional play, when they're not just playing against Canadian division, but that'll be whoever makes to the semis, because the first two rounds and what up, Allie? The first two rounds are pretty much interdivision play, or they are interdivision play, so you won't see another opponent. But yeah, they haven't seen any other opponents all season except for those Canadians. So we'll see how it goes. We look forward to discussing it, and we're going to be discussing it with our pals up there at Dean Blundell Network. So here's the announcement. Unfortunately, Josh isn't going to be here for the announcement because he didn't pay his cable bill. See, this is why I pay my cable bill, and I pay as much money as I do. My internet doesn't go out.
Jinx.
Hey.
Are we gonna roll? Do we have the video of our the teaser they made?
I think we do. Do we have the teaser, Austin?
Check. All right. Anyways.
No.
What are we doing now?
No, we don't.
What are we gonna be on?
Oh, well, Dean Blundell Network announced it today. We should have the video because we sent it in the chat. But they announced today that we are starting a brand new show for this season's playoffs. It's going to be the DeanBlundell.com network Playoff Pricks. So all of your favorite talent, all of your favorite personalities from the DeanBlundell.com network are going to be watching playoff games together, discussing the playoff games, talking shit to each other, drinking beers. The Beer League boys will be drinking beers. That's what we do. And we're going to go ahead and do a bunch of give basically our takes on all these games. You're going to get to see us sitting in our living rooms, kind of hanging out. It'll be a little different than this. Yeah, it won't be no backdrops or anything like that. It'll just be us hanging out watching hockey together as a big happy network family. So I think we're going to have 3 or 4 of us on each episode. And sometimes it'll feature Beer League boys, with other talent on there, as well as I know there's the Canucks, there's the fucking A pod, there's Buffalo's pod, 2 goalies, 1 mic, bunch of hockey pods on there. So it's going to be a good time. So check it out, DeanBlundell.com network, the Playoff Pricks. We're happy to announce it. We're happy to be a part of it. So we were asked to go ahead and jump on and watch hockey together and talk shit. So should be a good time. So pretty cool. Pretty cool deal that we're happy to be a part of. If you guys were just watching the game, obviously the Washington Capitals went ahead and bested the Boston Bruins. Oh, he's straight from the locker room. Is this post game? Did you just get done with your game?
Yeah, dude. I just got out of the shower.
Oh, you guys beat the Bruins. Congratulations, man. We're happy to be joined by
internet went out, boys.
Yep, that's why I pay all the money that I pay, buddy. Who's talking shit now, boys?
What is it? That has nothing to do with Happy's TV.
Well, isn't your internet provider? That's, I pay all the money I pay for my cable and internet so that my internet doesn't go out.
Well, you pay all the money you pay for your cable.
It's cable and internet.
Yeah, but the cable is only like $40. No, the internet's only like $40. Right?
Anyhow, Washington Capitals just went ahead and bested the Boston Bruins. If you guys didn't see it, Vitek Vanacek got hurt during the game. It appears that there's a possibility
he will be
out
Ooh, I like
for
that.
the playoffs.
That's cool looking. Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, I'm just doing the phone.
Oh, boy. Reset the router. Yep. We did one episode about Yurkin. We did one episode about Yurkin, and as soon as we did an episode about Yurkin, as soon as we did an episode about Yurkin,
Allie came on and got them all fucking in a conundrum there.
Don't blame the virus on. Don't blame the virus on Allie. I have a feeling he had that virus before.
So do you get like a free subscription to OnlyFans?
Oh,
like, do you have a discount code for us?
We got the discount code. Remember, it was Beer League Balls discount code. We're gonna get to the meat
right now.
We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Obviously, this episode's talking about the playoffs, so we're gonna talk playoff hockey briefly. Obviously, a lot of really great matchups coming up. The matchups in the Stanley Cup playoffs: Tampa Bay Lightning versus Florida Panthers will start 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. The Nashville Predators will be taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. 8 p.m. on Monday that starts. The New York Islanders will be taking on Josh's favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crybaby Crosby and the Penguins.
You're such an idiot.
It starts noon tomorrow, so lots of great hockey on tomorrow. Minnesota Wild versus the Vegas Golden Knights is on at 3 p.m. Sunday. The Bruins and the Caps just started tonight, obviously. That's the Boston Bruins, Washington Capitals. So that's one game. That's 0-1 in that series now, with the Washington Capitals taking the first game. St. Louis Blues and the Colorado Avalanche, 10 p.m. on Monday. Winnipeg Jets and the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously, they're waiting until their brethren of Calgary and Vancouver. I was talking about that, Josh, that you kind of missed. Calgary and Vancouver still have regular season games left. So the Canadian division has delayed the start of their playoffs. Even though Calgary and Vancouver are not in the playoffs, they have delayed the start of their playoffs until Wednesday and Thursday of this coming week. So Winnipeg Jets taking on the Edmonton Oilers, 9 p.m. Wednesday. The Canadiens, Mr. Chris Gregory's team, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. So lots of great playoff action coming up, and you can check out DeanBlundell.com for the playoff pricks, where we'll be covering all most all of those games, I think. So, but we're gonna do our playoff predictions. We're gonna do who's gonna win these series here. So, this should be a good time. You want playoff picks? You can check playoff pricks. TeamBloodDough.com. Tampa Bay versus Florida. Let's start off with Joshy. What you got there, Blue Eyes? Who you got and how many games?
I got the Bolts in 6.
Ooh, Tampa Bay Lightning in 6.
Ooh, that's nice. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You
can
tired.
throw that.
What happened when you were off?
You can throw that graphic up full screen, Austin. They don't even need to see us for a moment.
Yeah, because my phone sucks.
Man, you look real tired. And you took your shirt off.
And your lockers look really flat for some reason. Your locker, your locker up there on the corner is wrinkled. How do you have a wrinkled locker?
Earthquake.
Chris Brown, Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers. Who you got? How many games?
I'm gonna say Tampa in 7, just because of that ass whooping last Friday or the other day.
Ooh.
I think it goes all the way.
Tampa in 7. All right. I was right there along with Joshy. I'm calling Tampa in 6 because that ass whipping they took, I think they're going to have to respond. And Florida's going to come out, man. Florida's going to come out playing. They've got some talent down there, and I think they're hungry. So it's going to take really solid effort from Vasilevsky and net, and our boys are going to have to step it up for sure. So Nashville Predators take on the Carolina Hurricanes. That game's 8 p.m. on Monday. Joshy Blue Eyes, who you got?
I got Carolina in 6, bud.
Carolina in 6. All right. Copy that. Okay. Chris,
so we know
who you
Matt
got?
Picked. So me being like the best hockey commentator alive and watch every game, I'm gonna pick Nashville in 7 again, only because I've never been to Carolina, and Nashville is the home of New Karaoke in Paperboy Alley. So
okie dokie. Well, that's a stat we definitely didn't know or need at all, but perfect. Yeah, makes sense.
That was the girl that was doing the stripping with the chicken wings that I told you about.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't remember that really, but
they don't.
Fantastic.
Well, I would add some fun to this.
What are we talking about? Stripping chicken wing karaoke? How did I miss this? How do I not remember this? That's what I want to know.
Pictures up later on the after show.
Yeah, please do. Please send those out so I'll remember them. Josh, who you got? Carolina, Nashville. Oh, sorry, you already answered. My bad. My turn. I took Carolina in 5. I'm going Carolina in 5. I think Carolina's playing possessed. Maybe Nashville steals a game out of that series with some good goaltending. Maybe. But yeah, Carolina in 5. All right, New York Islanders and the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're playing tomorrow at noon. So I thought I had plans, and I don't now because it'll be watching hockey all day long. So what, Chris?
No, I mean, it's your pick. You go first.
Oh, yeah. I am taking Pittsburgh in 7. I think that series goes all 7 games. And here's why. New York's got a really solid team, and they're a big-bodied team. And I think they're going to throw their weight around against Pittsburgh. And so I think Pittsburgh's going to pull it out in the long run. But I think when you got guys like Anders Lee and some of the bigger body guys over there, Matt Barzal, some of those guys can really play some hockey. So Pittsburgh in 7. Christopher, who you got?
So this one, well, I fucking hate New York, as you know, I'm sure, but only just a little bit more than Pittsburgh, because I do have some friends in Pittsburgh. So I'll vote for Pittsburgh. No, you're not my only friend.
How many games?
You're my only friend on You're my only friend
All right.
on OnlyFans.
I'm going back
How
on
many
the
games
computer,
there?
so I'll be right back.
7. Fuck it.
7 games. Wow, you think every series is going to go 7 games?
Yeah, I think everybody wants to play.
Okay. Well, so before we don't have Josh back. We'll get him back here in just a second. So do any of your areas do you think any of your series is anybody going to sweep? Don't tell me who, but are any of yours a sweep?
No.
No sweeps? Okay. What about you, Josh? No sweeps?
Sweeps?
I do have one.
Okay, I have one
Sweeps?
too. So I'm interested to see what we both think here.
Sweep?
All right, Joshy, who you got? New York Islanders, Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh, how many games? You damn local
I got
yokel.
Pittsburgh in 6.
You homer
You
fan.
lose.
Homer fan. Of course, it's my fucking
You
team.
lose.
Pittsburgh in 6. All right. So we're jotting all this down. I'm filling out my list. I'm going to go ahead and snap a picture of this list and we'll put it up on our Instagram so you guys can check us on all of our picks here. The Boston Bruins taking on the Washington Capitals. As you saw, that started tonight. Game 2 is on Monday. Washington is already out to a 1-0 lead. So that makes this even more interesting that we waited until after the game to do our picks. Now, neither one of you Risty boys changed it, right?
Mm-mm.
No? Thanks for putting
No.
mine up already, Austin, you jerk. Boston, Washington. I'm calling Washington in 6. I think that I think Boston's going to steal a couple games, but I think Washington's going to prevail with Big Z. Old Zdeno Chara is going to get the going to boot the Bruins. What do you got, Chris? Obviously, your boys, Boston, because you're a Homer fan as well.
Oh, Boston.
How many games? Let me guess. 7.
7.
Oh my God. So for those that aren't privy to the group chat, I said, Chris, just try to pick the games. I know you already picked your teams, but try to pick the number of games each series is going to go. I have a feeling it's going to say 7 all the way down this center row here, guys. So just strap in. Josh, what you got?
What? I got the Cavs, baby, in 7.
Washington in 7. All right.
And as much as I hate the
there.
Caps, but I got them.
Yeah, I think they're coming out hungry. Although Boston can score in droves when they get clicking. Marchand, as much as I hate the little rat, he can be real dangerous. We saw it in last season's playoffs. You know, he can set up on that back post with that skate angled the right direction and score those nasty backdoor goals. So, and with Vitek Vanacek having gone down now, they've only got Craig Anderson in net. Anderson, he's been around for a little while. He's I think he's just shy of 40 years old. So I don't know if he's got the grit and the gas left in the tank to go all 7 games if it goes 7 games. So they're either going to be putting in a backup if Vanacek can't come back from his injury tonight, or Craig Anderson's going to have to be the man. So we'll see. St. Louis Blues are taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado Avalanche are your President Trophy winners this season. So can they shake the President's Trophy curse and go on, or are they going to meet the same fate as the 2019 Tampa Bay Lightning and get swept in the first round? What do you think, Maddie? You're first. Oh, I think Colorado and we had to keep going in order. I think Colorado in 5. I think that's going to be a short series. I think St. Louis has some, like I said, big bodies and good goaltending. If Binnington can come out and play well, then maybe they steal a game. But I think Colorado's firing on all cylinders. So a couple of the best hockey players in the entire league are on that team. So we'll see where it goes. Chris, what you got? Oh, sorry. St. Louis, Colorado plays 10 p.m. on Monday.
How many games did you say?
I said 5. I think Colorado in 5. So, Chris, what you got?
I say Colorado in 7 because I've been there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool place.
And the streak continues. 5 7s in a row, folks.
Have they ever changed their logo, or is that that's the original logo?
That's one of the originals. Yeah.
That's the original logo for sure.
Well, you can't have more than one original.
Yeah,
that's the original
you
logo.
Said it's one of the originals.
Well, that's not necessarily true. You could have multiple logos in one season, their original season.
But the first one would be the original one.
I guess that might be their original.
I'm just wondering.
That's their original.
But I don't know.
Okay. All right, Joshy Blue Eyes, what you got? St. Louis, Colorado.
I got Colorado in 6, but I got a lot of 6s.
Colorado in 6. All right. Minnesota taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. That starts 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. The Wild taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. This is the broom, man. Get out the brooms. I'm calling it right now. Vegas Golden Knights going to sweep Minnesota. Yeah?
Same.
Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights are sweeping the Minnesota Wild 4 games. Obviously, Josh and I are both VGK fans because we play for the Knights here. That's our team that we rep. So
once a night,
Chris, what you got? Who you got, buddy?
What did I get for this one? Vegas, just because Minnesota's lame.
Let me guess. 7 games. 7 games. All right. Everybody's gonna get their money worth out of these series right here. So hopefully the people that are buying tickets for these games are all paying attention to Chris's predictions and they actually get to go to all 7 games. So Winnipeg. Oh yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Sorry. Minnesota Wild. Like what's their logo? What's wild about them?
Well, the logo is like of nature, but it's also like a cat, like a
right.
Yeah, it's like a
So what is a Nashville Predator? Like what's their is that like a
saber-toothed
bobcat?
tiger? Saber-toothed tiger.
They prey on people. Duh.
But I think that would be better. Wouldn't that be better to be the fucking saber-toothed tigers? Like, why wouldn't you say that?
Because that sounds stupid. The Nashville Saber-toothed Tigers.
It does
sound
send
so much
signals.
better.
That sounds
That
horrible.
sounds better to me.
Yeah. I just wonder if when you go there, and you want to like be a big time fan, do you have to register as a Predator?
Why do we have elevator music playing?
But I just think that it would be way better if you said we're the saber-toothed Tigers.
Yeah, that sounds lame as fuck. I like Predators as well.
But
that's
Minnesota
because I'm
Wild is even lamer.
Well, that's because I like Predators, but it's because I'm friends with 2 of them. Nice graphic. Nice camera shot there, Austin. Good job, buddy. Yeah.
Josh is the one wearing a white T-shirt
and a mustache.
Probably a
all right, so the
playoff beard, bud.
And your little stupid hat with the little zip tie or whatever that is up there.
Whatever,
the
bro.
Step Brothers.
Fuck you.
The stepchildren of the NHL, the Canadian division, Winnipeg Jets taking on the Edmonton Oilers, 9 p.m. on Wednesday. That series starts. I'm going with Edmonton in 5. I think McDavid's going to come out and light it up in the playoffs. And, I'm going to Edmonton 5. What you got there, Chris?
Oilers.
Cool. In 7. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. All right, Joshy Blue Eyes, who you got, buddy? You think Winnipeg's going to pull it out?
No.
Think Mark Scheifele? Think Mark Scheifele's going to come alive? You think Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to have a killer offseason or postseason?
That's a cool name.
Nothing. Nope. Edmonton all the
Cool
way.
name.
Even though I'm a huge Calgary guy, but Edmonton all the way.
Well, you're a flame. You're definitely a Calgary guy. How many games?
Brett the Hitman Hart. What did I put? Oh, 6.
You guys are lame.
7.
I'm a big Bret the Hitman Hart guy.
And he's a Calgary. I didn't know he was a flamer.
Yeah, he used to own the Stampede.
Oh, nice. All right, last but not least, pretty much least, yeah. Nobody really gives a shit about either one of these teams. Montreal Canadiens versus Toronto Maple Leafs. They start 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. This is a tough one because Toronto has the never-ending curse of not making it out of the first round. I think this one's going to go 7 games, and I think Austin Matthews is finally going to get a glimpse of the second round of the playoffs, even though that's where they'll be eliminated by Edmonton. I'm going Toronto in 7 games. So what do you got, Chris? Who's winning it in 7 games?
I would say Toronto. That's where, and I'll probably get shit about this, just like I got shit about having Sven for a massage person. But Toronto's where Rachel McAdams from Wedding Crashers is from.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's Canadian?
She's hot.
I don't know if she's Canadian, but she definitely lives there.
Oh.
Or she did live there.
All right. Well, and it looks like Josh is taking Toronto because the graphic's already up. So there we go. How many games, Josh?
I'm picking Toronto in 6. If the Canadians didn't have Tyler Toffoli on the team, I would have picked Toronto in 4.
Ooh, you would have thought that was a sweep. Toffoli is the game changer in that one?
Toffoli's definitely the game changer. I'm a huge Toffoli guy from when he played on the Kings. I love that guy.
Yeah,
he's fucking
I like
awesome.
Toffoli.
He's got like almost.
Toffoli
I think he's got like a box.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
All right. Allie has let us know that yes, Rachel McAdams is Canadian. She's from Burlington, like the Coat Factory. Super cool, man. Super cool. I don't know why the Coat Factory. Super cool. Thanks for watching, girl. We appreciate it.
You can't take the shopping carts out of the Burlington Coat Factory.
You can't take the shopping carts out of Big Lots either. They put like a post on it, so it sticks up above the door height, so you can't even roll it out of the. It's literally a pole up in the air. Yeah, it's like a mobile stripper pole.
Videos of that.
Like, oh, I'm sure there is.
Epic fails at Big Lots.
That's it. So, all right. Well, there's your playoff picks from your some of your playoff pricks. Yeah. That's what should have been playing the whole time we were doing it. It's the elevator music. Well, yeah, that's your playoff picks. We're gonna go ahead and take a picture of this wonderful handwritten chart. Chris is going. All series are going to be 7 games. That's fantastic. Lucky sevens. Lucky sevens right down the center. So we look forward to watching the playoffs, the most wonderful time of the year. We want to say thank you to Dean Blundell Network, deanblundell.com. Click on podcasts, check out all the great epis from all the great shows, including our favorite podcast, the Fucked Up Podcast, and the new Dean Blundell Playoff Pricks featuring a multitude of Dean Blundell Network personalities, including the Beer League Boys.
Look at it. Woo! It feels so good.
What a prick.
So, 2 things from that video. 2 things. What is Dwayne saying?
I don't know. One, Dwayne looks like a crackhead in that video. It looks like he's on
for real
methamphetamines.
Where the fuck am I?
I know they completely skipped Joshy. I don't know. Yeah, I can say this. If for some reason another personality, from maybe the Dean Blundell Network happened to be watching this show right now and saw that video, maybe they would say, "Hey, you guys forgot somebody." That might not be a bad thing.
You forgot they forgot one of the dads. Get it? One of the daddies.
They forgot. They forgot Daddy. They forgot. You must have been off riding the jet ski, Daddy. They didn't include you in the video.
Couples
Yeah.
Island.
Well, no.
Let's
What
look at
happened was they said they were going to
Let's hear it.
include
Let's hear it.
they were going to include pictures and videos of the talent. So I just saying what they told us, man. That's all.
Wait, so did we send them the headshots so they can find us in the videos? Like they don't watch our podcast, so they're like, "Hey, we need your headshot to figure out who's who." And Josh didn't send it in, so they were like, "Oh,
I
shit.
did send
That's
my
Chris.
headshot.
That's Matt."
What
I sent my headshot for sure.
Yeah. No, did you see the other one that we'll pull up? We shared it, I believe, on Twitter. It's the picture of the different personalities, and they used my Florida man. They used
Where is it? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's on Twitter. They used I think I retweeted it from ours. Twitter. The tweets. They retweeted it. I retweeted it from I don't know, sometime. Dean Blundell, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the playoff pricks. And it's got the pictures up there. So it's got me as Florida man. Yep, Dean tweeted it. But yeah, it's gonna be a really great deal. We'll get you on there. Don't you worry, Josh. We'll figure it out. We'll do our own video of just you, but you're gonna impersonate all the people that were in that video. You're gonna have to impersonate all of them.
Yeah,
How about
and
that?
I'm gonna make it look really stupid.
You're gonna have to say Lukanen or whatever the fuck Dwayne says. I don't know. It's gonna be real interesting. I have no idea, dude. No clue what he was saying. It was probably him suffering from brain damage after he ran his head through a wall when Taylor Hall got traded away to Boston, and then is absolutely down there crushing it.
Well, I don't even know what he said.
Lucan's Liquors.
Lucan's Liquor, yeah. I think it's liquor at the Lucanens. Liquor at the Lucanens. I think it's what he was saying. I'm pretty sure it's what
I wish he was awake or something.
Yeah, it was a great Lucanens ad. Yeah, so
he's been to Florida.
But yeah, you can check it out. Thanks for dropping that video, and we appreciate Dean Blundell Network. It's gonna be a really great time. We'll be jumping on there, here and there for different playoff games. So, yeah, Dean Blundell Network. Check out all the podcasts. I want to say thank you to Slate AV. Slate Audiovisual. That's Austin Delgado is our main man over here running our podcast, doing all the great graphics you see. So Slate AV, thank you so much. They have in-person, hybrid, and virtual productions. Good call. I forgot. What? Come on, guys. Can we stop? If it's on the paper, I'm going to read it. If it's on the paper, I'm going to read it, dude. You guys got to stop doing that, man. It's a real
what happened? What happened?
Real Ron Burgundy moment over here, you jerks. Yeah, Slate AV does in-person, hybrid, and virtual productions. You wrote that, Chris.
What does it say?
Good call. I forgot.
What does it say? Say it again.
Slate Audiovisual. They do in-person, hybrid, and virtual productions. Good call. I forgot.
I didn't write that, dude. I didn't write that. Austin wrote that shit.
I don't know.
Austin did. That's good, dude.
You guys know that I'll say it if it's on there. St. Pete de Paris, our one and only charcuterie board sponsor. Don't forget them, stpdeparis.com. Check them out on the interwebs as well as Instagram, social media, all that good stuff. Mention Beer League Board for a special, or mention the Beer League Boys podcast. Get 20% off. Grand Central Brew House. It's on Central Avenue between 23rd and 24th Street. Mention the Beer League Boys podcast. Ask for Mark, the tap room manager. He knows us. That's our boy down there. Took me on the tour last night. It was fantastic. Lots of really great beers, and I learned a lot last night. It was actually pretty cool, the process they have down there. So really great beers. Go check them out. Grand Central Brew House. Pucks and Pizza. Our boy Show Enough Schultz over there. Mention Beer League Boys podcast for $1 off your pie. Really great homemade, handmade pizzas, multiple different styles. Check them out on social media, Pucks and Pizza. Thanks to Schultz for hanging out in the chat earlier. Appreciate you checking it out, buddy, and hanging with us. Manscaped, manscaped.com. Use the code BeerLeagueBalls, 20% off, free shipping. They just released their brand new lawnmower 4.0, which we haven't gotten yet, but I think that's because they know we keep our balls pretty damn trim. 4-banger now. They keep our balls pretty damn trim with the 3.0. But if it's anything like the 3.0, it's got to be amazing. 3.0 is fantastic. When I tell you premium, I mean premium. Lasts up to 90 minutes. Waterproof. Got the LED light on it. 7,000 RPM quiet stroke technology. Don't forget their other products like the Crop Mops, the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, and even their brand new cologne. They will get you clean from bush to tush. 20% off and free shipping when you use the code BeerLeagueBalls at manscaped.com. Make your testes smooth, just like my besties, my two bestie friends over here. They are super smooth. 20% off free shipping when you use what code, Josh?
Beer League Balls.
20% off and free shipping when you use the code. What code, Chris?
The Beer League 10.
That's for Howie's
Beer
Hockey
League
Tape.
Balls.
Thanks to Slade.
Wrong sponsor.
Beer League Balls, 20% off free shipping. Use the code Beer League Balls. We appreciate it.
I think
Howie's
the
Hockey
new
Tape
one has
4.0 is supposed to be badass.
It has like
in front of you?
No, it has like a shinier light.
It's got like a lock mode. It's got a diffuser on the light, so it lights up your junk even better. Yeah, it's got a diffuser on there. It's got a lock mode for the power thing. Well, it's a diffuser for the light.
Yeah, like makes the light smoother.
Smoother, yeah, just like your balls when you use code Beer League Balls, 20% off free shipping. They also has like more adjustable guards. They got all kinds of stuff coming out with the 4.0. So check them out. Manscaped.com, code Beer League Balls. Howie's Hockey Tape, discount code Beer League 10% off. It's our favorite hockey tape. It's what we use to tape our twig. I use their product. I wax my twig. I usually wax my twig at least twice a day. Going back to our earlier conversation.
Does that make it risky?
Yeah. I like to wax my twig often. Sometimes I'll wax my twig twice a game. Sometimes sometimes I'll wax my twig multiple times in one period.
Do you use lubricant?
No, it's wax. So no, I don't need to lubricate when I have wax for my twig. So use the code WBeerLeague10 for 10% off. Howie's Hockey Tape. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Obviously, that's our time. I think we're 2 hours in. Jeez Louise. Damn near. Check us out again on Thursday. We do another quick Thursday teaser episode. So make sure you drop your suggestions for our segments. Catch These Hands. Our segment 5 for Fighting. Give us some stuff to debate coming up here. Catch These Hands. It's just this versus that. So today's was Klinger Girls versus Ghost Girls. You can say whatever. White skates versus not white skates. Whatever it is, man. Throw some topics out there. 5 for Fighting, top 5, whatever you want us to list. Top 5. We did Halloween. We did top 5 candies. We did top 5 cookout meals. We've done all kinds of shit. So give us some topics. Let's talk about it. We'll be doing our Thursday teaser episode. Check it out. And we'll be right back here at right around 9 p.m. next Saturday. And you boys got anything else to finish with besides Shane O'Brien is the best journeyman defenseman to ever play the game?
How many years did he play for them?
Played for the Lightning for 1 season. I think
How many years did he play, or seasons did he play in
he played for the
was
Lightning
11.
for 1 season, and you have a fucking
1
jersey?
season. Yeah. I think
That's
he was
great.
like
I love it.
11 seasons in the league, I believe. So, yeah.
How many jerseys did they send overseas to the kids that are for the 1 year guys
This guy's stuck on the poor. This guy's really stuck on the poor kids, man. What did you watch? A Sarah McLachlan commercial or something?
It's the tequila. Yeah, what was that? What's that song?
25 cents a month.
In the arms of the angel.
That was the dog commercial with the flea on its face.
Oh,
Flies.
Chris is like, for just $5,000 a year, you can sponsor some poor kid to play hockey.
Hey, that's not a lot when you make fucking millions of dollars.
Oh, that's when I got fucking booted.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sarah McLaughlin.
There you
I
go.
was gonna say before I got booted, I was gonna tell you guys that I don't know what they do in Tampa Bay, but Crosby in Pittsburgh, he gets all the kids fucking free gear, dresses them head to toe.
He bottles up his tears for hydration for the fucking kids.
What, for like 10
probably
kids?
Sure.
Yeah, it was
but
for thirsty
yeah,
kids.
that
Crosby bottles his tears.
how
pretty cool.
That's how he gets them playing hockey. He gets them all dressed head to toe, and he has a little camp for them. So that's what I was gonna say before I got fucking booted.
Well,
yeah,
that's good for him. That's great.
Yeah. Well, we could have just kept it. I mean, you got booted for a reason. We didn't really give a shit about what Sidney Crosby does.
I hate you so bad.
Oh,
you were probably saying the same shit about Brady. You were saying the same shit about Brady before he got to Tampa Bay. Now he's your favorite fucking quarterback.
Well, no, but why don't you Sarah McLaughlin a little bit for me? Why don't you just? You sound just like Crosby. Why don't you go ahead and Sarah McLaughlin? We're not even gonna call it crying anymore. We're not even gonna say, hey, why don't you cry? We'll just call it Sarah McLaughlin in for now. Why don't you McLaughlin? Yeah.
I will.
All right.
Asshole.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on the episode. Appreciate you guys watching, hanging out. We're at an hour 50, so we're going to get the flock out of here. For the Juice Man, Josh O'Neill, and for, our shortest episode to date. And for C Breezy, Mr. Chris Brown, my name is Matty Cole, a.k.a. The Bearded Wonder, and this has been the playoff edition episode of the Beer League Boys. Until next time, next Saturday, 9 p.m., check us out on Thursday for the teaser episode and throw those suggestions at us via social media. And we will talk to you guys soon. See you next week. Peace. Bye.